JBNN keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and to share the news with someone today. Now onto the news. Man fatally shot after allegedly challenging police in Newton. The Independent Commission of Investigations Indicom has launched a probe into the police fatal shooting of a man in Newton, St. Catherine, on Wednesday. The deceased is 24-year-old Wanda Giles, otherwise called Brandon, of Innswood Village, Spanish Town, St. Catherine. A police team was reportedly on operation in Tucker Road at about 7:40 a.m. when the deceased engaged the police in an armed confrontation. The police say a Smith & Wesson pistol, affixed with a magazine containing 2 rounds of 9mm ammunition, was seized from him. It was taken to the Lindsay Hospital, where it was pronounced dead. Illegal shotgun seized in Whitehall. The St. Andrew North Police seized a shotgun on Wednesday in the community of Whitehall in the vicinity of a housing complex. This moves the number of illegal guns seized in the division to 12 since the start of the year. At April 2 last year, 7 illegal guns were seized. Reports are that members of the St. Andrew North Police conducted a snap raid in the vicinity of Victoria Court off Whitehall Avenue, and during the raid, one 12-gauge shotgun was found. No one was arrested in connection with the seizure. Acting Superintendent Randy Sweeney confirmed the latest seizure. This is part of our effort to target gangs, gun and gunmen. We are relentless in this pursuit as we seek to reduce crime and violence right across the division, particularly murders and shootings, Sweeney said. The divisional commander also said residents can rest assured that the police are there to serve and protect. We'll be doing this with a high level of motivation. In fact, we're asking anyone with information that can share with the police regarding crime and violence to please communicate that with the police. They can call Crime Stop at 311 and 924-1421 at the Constant Spring Police Station, Sweeney said. As of March 19, there was a 13% increase in shootings. More corruption-related charges laid against 2 Centon constables. Additional charges were laid against 2 police constables as sent to the Centon Division on Tuesday after they were pointed out in an identification parade in relation to a second case of alleged corruption. Constables Georgina Hunter and Royal Masters are facing charges for breaches of the Corruption Prevention Act. They were charged on March 27 by detectives from the Inspectorate of Professional Standard Oversight Bureau, IPROBE. The new charges stemmed from a second incident on March 25. It's reported that the 2 constables were on traffic duty in Discovery Bay when they stopped a tractor operator who had committed a breach of the Road Traffic Act. It's alleged that the tractor operator was asked to present $40,000 not to be prosecuted. He left the scene with a promise to return with the money, but instead he went to the police station and made a report. He then gave a statement the following day. In the first incident, the 2 cops reportedly solicited money from a motorist for a traffic violation. The motorist reported the matter to the police high command and an investigation was launched. An operation was set up and the 2 were reportedly caught with the cash solicited from the motorist. Accusing Cherry Tree Lane Massacre to return to court May 29. The 2 men charged for last August's Cherry Tree Lane Massacre in Clarendon, which left 8 people dead, have been further remanded until May 29. Dushane Smalling, 28, otherwise called Snowman, of North Street in Maypen, and Leighton White, 32, otherwise called Bonds, of Havana Heights, appeared in the Home Circuit Court this morning before Justice Leighton Pusey. They are each facing a 21-count indictment, including being part of a criminal organization, 8 counts of murder, 8 counts of shooting with intent, 8 counts of wounding the use of a firearm, possession of prohibited weapon, and unauthorized possession of ammunition. During today's hearing, the prosecutor indicated that the report from the Communication Forensic and the Cybercrime Division was the only outstanding material and requested 8 weeks for it to be completed, submitted, and disclosed on the defense. The prosecutor assured the judge that the matter is being treated as a priority. The men are charged for the August 11 deaths of 7-year-old Aiden Bartley, Roger Messam, 48, Margaret Bonner, 40, Cavell Daly, 26, Diamond Bennett, a 20-year-old cashier, Errol Stewart, a butcher, 68, also known as Wagga, Jermaine Booth, 33, also known as Blacks, and the 50-year-old Lawrence Francis. According to reports, at about 8:45 p.m. on the day in question, the 2 accused men, along with Steve Smith and other men who were all armed with handguns, drove to the community where a birthday party was being held and fired at a group of people. The shooting left 8 people dead and 9 injured, including a 1-year-old infant. Following the shooting, The three men reportedly left the scene in the motor car in which they had arrived. Smith was subsequently killed by the police. Smalling was arrested after turning himself in to the police. It's reported that Smalling went to clear his name, which had been bandied about by bloggers. It was reportedly told that he was not a person of interest, but was sent to the Major Investigation Division in Kingston to provide him with written clearance after he insisted that he be given something in writing. However, he ended up being charged. White was arrested while was reporting as part of his bail condition in relation to another matter. Attorney-at-law Kemmer Robbins is representing Smalling and Dwight Reese is defending White. Leota Bradshaw and co-accused returned to court June 5. Leota Bradshaw and her three alleged accomplices implicated in the murder of politician Philip Paulwell's 10-month-old daughter Soraya and her mother Tashana Patterson are scheduled to return to court on June 5 when a trial date is to be set. The four appeared in the Home Circuit Court this morning via Zoom and were remanded by Justice Lorna Shelley Williams. Bradshaw, a U.S. Navy officer who shares a child with Paulwell, is charged along with her cousin Roland Balfour, alleged triggerman David Smith, and B. John Black. When the matter was mentioned, the prosecution indicated that it has received the report from the Communication Forensic and the Cybercrime Division and that its case is now ready. Consequently, a date was scheduled for a plea and case management hearing where a trial date is to be agreed by both the prosecution and defense. Bradshaw is charged with 2 counts each of capital murder, conspiracy to murder, kidnapping, and conspiracy to kidnapping. Balfour is facing 2 counts each of accessory before the fact to kidnapping and accessory before the fact to murder. Black is charged with 2 counts each of murder, kidnapping, conspiracy to murder, and conspiracy to kidnapping. He is also facing additional firearms charges, such as possession of a prohibited weapon, unauthorized possession of ammunition, and dealing in prohibited weapon. Meanwhile, Smith is charged with 2 counts each of capital murder, conspiracy to murder, kidnapping, and conspiracy to kidnapping. 2 other men, Richard Brown and Roshane Miller, previously pleaded guilty to crimes related to the incident and were both sentenced. The 10-month-old child and her 27-year-old mother were reportedly abducted from their home on Gilmore Drive in St. Andrew on September 9, 2023. They were allegedly taken to East Kingston, shot and killed, and their bodies burned. Teacher who killed his parents to spend 7 years in prison. Portmore resident Simeon Ramsey, who pleaded guilty to 2 counts of manslaughter arising from the killing of his parents 3 years ago, was sentenced to 7 years imprisonment on each count in the St. Catharines Circuit Court on Thursday. Ramsey, who is a teacher, stabbed to death 69-year-old Minister of Religion Cecil Ramsey and 55-year-old Phyllis Ramsey, former Vice Principal of St. Andrew Preparatory School, on February 4, 2022. When Ramsey appeared before Justice Bertram Morrison, defense attorney Tom Tavares Finson outlined the mental state of his client when he committed the offense. Ramsey reportedly suffered from schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. Tavares Finson told the court that the social inquiry, the antecedent, and community reports all show that Ramsey acted out of character. Justice Morrison said that he agreed that due to his mental state at the time, which was reflected in the psychiatric reports, plus the 3 years spent in jail, it was reasonable to impose the 7-year sentences. The judge also warned that Ramsey must take his medication during his incarceration. Ramsey pleaded not guilty to murder and guilty to 2 counts of manslaughter on November 6, 2023. The court was told that on February 4, 2022, Ramsey visited the home of his parents in Christian Meadows, Portmore, St. Catherine, where he used a knife to stab them both to death. He then drove away in his mother's Toyota Axia motor car, which he crashed in Dumbler Holden, St. Catherine. He was held and subsequently charged with murder.
Good morning, ma'am. Constable Inga and Constable Campbell. What is the Spanner Police Station? We're conducting a VCP under the Road Traffic Act. They're checking motor vehicle documents to ensure that they're up to date. Thank you very much, ma'am. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now.
Welcome to Traffic Thursdays, your weekly big stop for safety tips and smart driving strategies. There are many reasons for traffic stop, and in this week's episode, we're discussing stop and search.
The Constabulary Force Act is that body of literature that empowers police officers to conduct a number of activities on the street. Section 19 in particular gives police officers the power to stop and search vehicle. Now what it says is that it shall be lawful for any constable without warrant to stop any vehicle which is suspected of carrying any stolen goods. It also includes any prohibited game or lottery, right? And that also is a reason why the police may stop this vehicle. Also, if it is carrying any illegal or prohibited weapon, to include guns and ammunition, then once that suspicion is there, then the police is empowered to stop such a vehicle. If the driver do not stop, then an offense is committed. If any person prevents such a vehicle from being stopped, then they are also guilty of committing an offense.
JBN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.